The destruction of Roblox chats is upon us, as Roblox has announced and started implementing initial parts of AI age estimation for chat. If you somehow haven't heard, Roblox will be closing off chat for everyone at the end of the year if they don't do this AI age check thing. It's a very controversial update that may lead to the destruction of entire genres of games that Roblox has officially announced with full details and release dates. Before we get into it, I just want to make it clear that AI age estimation is not fully out yet, and the restrictions will not be enforced until late December or early January. Roblox did a pretty large social media announcement by posting stuff on their Twitter, Bazooki's Twitter, the newsroom, YouTube, and even Facebook. Their promo videos oddly present this as a fun update that makes you connect with people of similar ages only, whereas the written parts tell more of a realistic take. They comprehensively outline how this gold standard safety update will work, a bunch of new things coming with it, and actually some good news. Most of us know the basics by now, like how you've got to let AI scan your face so it can guess how old you are and assign your account into an age group. From there, you'll only be able to talk to people within the same age range, but if you don't do all that or ID verify, you won't be able to chat with anyone. We pretty much all knew that. However, Roblox has given more details on what those age groups will be, how they'll work with each other, and what else is being restricted. There are going to be 6 different age groups: under 9, 9 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 17, 18 to 20, and 21 plus, and they all have some kind of synergy with each other. Under 9 can talk to anyone under 13, 9 to 12 can talk to anyone under 16, 13 to 15 can talk to 9 to 17, 16 to 17 can talk to 13 to 20, 18 to 20 can talk to 16 plus, and 21 plus can only talk to 18 plus. This graphic by RBX Event Hunters is much easier to understand, so take a look at it if you want, and also it doesn't apply to trusted connections, if anyone does that. It's definitely not as restrictive as originally thought, which is good, but that's not saying much considering the harm this will likely cause. These restrictions will also apply to any on Roblox communications, including stuff like Studio Team Creates, private messages, and even profile and game social links. They don't seem certain on community forums, aka group walls though, which is a bit of a surprise considering how bad they've been for a long time. Under 9 players will have their chat turned off by default unless a parent enables it after age estimation, and under 13 still won't be able to talk outside of games. Roblox is apparently planning to give devs/game mods a way to view all of their game's chat logs to help with moderation that will be harder since they can't see all chats in game. When asked about bringing something like menu chat back, they didn't really allude to it being possible, but rather other unknown non-age check required features. Maybe the most impactful bit gameplay-wise is Roblox apparently planning to have age restriction-based matchmaking that forms servers for people who can chat with each other. This would create servers based on who can chat and what age group they're in, so age-estimated people shouldn't be sent into servers where they can't talk to anyone. If your age estimation is wrong, you've got at least 2 options to fix it: ID verification and getting a parent to connect to your account and fix it. There was a third option during testing a few weeks ago that let you redo it within 48 hours, but that wasn't mentioned in the dev forum post. Some definitely good news for anyone doing this is that age estimation selfies will now be deleted immediately rather than being stored for 30 days by persona. One of the biggest concerns was the potential of your face leaking, which is still possible I guess, but not as likely now that it's deleted right after estimation is done. People who can't chat will have an unlock chat button on the chat board, which I presume would send you to the age estimation area if clicked. One of my biggest concerns have been the workarounds people might find, which includes signs like we saw in Teddy's condos frequently used for bad stuff. This was actually addressed, but in a very brief and vague way that's hard to understand and make any conclusions about. After talking with some people, from what I can gather, signs and other custom text boards do fall under age estimation, but it has to be enforced by devs. If the devs don't put the proper filters in place, the signs can be viewed by anyone. But then if that's the case, the game and dev can get banned. Hopefully, Roblox enforces it or automatically makes them apply, because signs could very well be the future of predatory behavior if they aren't properly addressed. System messages, which are basically those chat notifications, will still be viewable by all players regardless of if they age estimate or not. Devs under 16 will need parental permission or be trusted connections with all dev team members to edit a game in studio, which is pretty wild. I do believe that has to do with studio condos, though, which are becoming a massive and dangerous problem, so it should help stop that. Social media references are apparently being tweaked, with links being disallowed in game, whereas directions to social accounts in a game's details are allowed. And finally, for the more notable things, Roblox plans to begin fully enforcing and implementing age estimation in early December for a few places, then early January 2026 worldwide. Perhaps the most impactful Roblox update of all time has a lot to take in with it, and it's a mixed bag of being kinda good and really bad. There are a lot of things that aren't as bad as once thought, like the age groups not being extremely restrictive and the selfies no longer being stored. Realistically, there are some positives here, but they almost entirely come from a place of it's not as bad as it could have been, if you know what I mean. I really like the studio restrictions, which may be controversial, but the studio condo scene is very dangerous as it is extremely tough to moderate. Even that, though, undeniably will come with issues, just like the rest of these changes will, with some being much worse than others. The reactions have been mostly very negative, as you can expect, for a multitude of reasons. Not everyone will age estimate, and to be honest, I'm not going to, so a ton of people aren't going to be chatting anymore. Giving up personal info to simply chat is a tough ask, with not a lot of people being comfortable sharing it even if the selfies are now being deleted immediately. Less chatters will hurt player interaction across the board for both players themselves and the devs who rely on players talking with each other. That'll negatively affect several genres, including roleplay and strategy, and even with chat age-based matchmaking existing, it'll still greatly harm user engagement. Not being able to talk will push some people off platform, which is something Roblox keeps speaking out against due to the obvious dangers that poses. People may also look for workarounds such as teddy-like signs, which apparently aren't automatically being restricted by age group. These text label / box GUI based signs are a whole lot harder for Roblox to moderate, and there's no way to report the text directly itself, so they need to be careful with them. AI age estimation is also not perfect and has already seen some noted issues that'll only become more and more common with more people doing it. What happens if an old man tricks AI into thinking he's a kid because he's going to get access to chat with only kids after that? This won't get rid of predators and other weirdos and might actually make it easier for them to connect with kids if they find ways to trick the AI. We could come up with an armada of better ways to improve user safety that don't have anywhere near as many negative side effects. Maybe the most logical, obvious, and probably cheapest solution would be to hire a few moderation specialists who watch and work with the community to take stuff down. Give us a line with people who can take stuff down, who understand what's going on in Roblox, or make them keep an eye on the community to see what bad stuff we talk about. We don't see everything, but we find a lot of users, games, groups, and content that need to be taken down that aren't being removed via usual reports. What if we had someone listening when I was talking about Teddy's games in 2022, or now with these weird fart games made for people that like that stuff? The Mod for Dummies team has logged over 200,000 users involved in some kind of nasty stuff on Roblox, so imagine the cleansing that could be done if we had contact with a specialist. It won't be this blanket solution that 100% stops adults from chatting up kids, but realistically, AI age estimation isn't either, and even has potential to worsen some cases. There's realistically no way to do that other than to shut off chat completely, which they won't do and shouldn't do because it might destroy the entire platform. All of this was completely avoidable if Roblox had just moderated like they should have years ago, but who knows, maybe that was intentional. I've heard some wild conspiracies that maybe I'll talk about in a vid, but no matter what led to this, it's happening, it sucks, and there are so many better ways to go about it. Only time will tell how much this improves safety, but I'm sorry for sounding spooky or whatever. I have a feeling it could cause a lot of safety problems. They're taking an easy to log, presumably easy to moderate chat feature and heavily restricting it, which will result in custom replacements that aren't as easy to moderate. All we can really do now is sit back and hope Roblox changes their mind about the impending destruction of chat as we know it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below.